Deployment. Sleep comes at a premium, and the cost Corpsman Squall pays is a recurring nightmare in which his buddies are crying out for help all at once. He runs through the ruined streets of some desert city he's never been to before, evading enemy fire. At night, feral dogs come out to feed on corpses, so Corpsman Squall isn't the only one stalking through the darkness, hunting for wounded soldiers. He wakes, sweaty and disturbed, praying this terror will never become reality. A soldier is trained to combat the enemy, not dreams. Nightmares don't always come when a soldier finds sleep. Then again, a soldier doesn't always find sleep. When your base is under the constant threat of mortar attack, you live in a world of deprivation. You're never safe, not even in your own bunk. Other factors take their toll as well, and with each necessity comes invention. There isn't much you can do when waging a losing bout against diarrhea, other than ask for better bathroom tissue in your care packages from dear old Mom. While she's at it, ask her to send some baby powder to help with chafing. You'll need someone else back in the States to help you smuggle pornography, but that's a double-edged sword. Distractions are required to contest the long stretches of boredom coming between bursts of chaos, but smut can leave you feeling weak and empty and still do nothing to stop you from becoming a cuckold back home. Best to ask for video games instead. Then there are the crusades that must wait, the ones that get put off until you're home, because if you invest in them on deployment, you have less of a chance of getting back. Contemplating mortality, or morality, could get you killed, so you sit on it like an egg, hoping it never hatches. As the intensity of this nocturnal chase is still dissipating in his mind, Corpsman Squall looks for some shade where he can eat his breakfast. Giving up on finding a cool spot, he plops down next to his buddies in the blazing sun.
"Squall, help me out here," Antlich says. "Tell this dipshit about the great Johnny Cash, would you?" "I'm the dipshit," Paige counters. "You thought Miles Davis was a track and field star." "Yeah, he was. He won gold at the Berlin Olympics." The focus switches to the spectacle of Maletic, who tries to laugh while swallowing his bug juice. Still doubled over in a coughing fit, he squeaks out, "That's Jackie Robinson, you idiot!" Paige is flabbergasted. He can't tell if the people surrounding him are really this ignorant or if they're being trolls. "This squad is single-handedly setting the civil rights movement back a century," he says. "Jesse Owens is the one that kicked Hitler's Übermensch ass." Corpsman Squall pats Maletic hard on the back, trying to help him dislodge whatever liquid is still in his windpipe. Since Maletic insists on getting as many embarrassing moments as he can on video, Antlich, who cackles until he's just as red, says, "Oh man, why aren't we getting this on film?" Chewie lunges for Maletic, and the two of them grapple for control over the camera. "We gotta capture the moment for posterity." Corpsman Squall settles in and starts on his powdered eggs. "I think the moment's passed, but don't let that discourage you. Grab that camera and we can erase Paige rapping in the shower." "No way," says Paige in mock outrage. "Do not delete my demo tape." "Even if you don't live up to expectations?" Antlich asks, dangling his pinky. Paige shrugs. "Good enough for your mother." "Whoa, Corpsman up," Maletic says. "Doc, do you have something for that third-degree burn?" "Yeah," Corpsman Squall says with his best poker face. "Paige, if it burns when you pee, that means Mama Antlich is, how should we say, unclean." Antlich jumps on the Corpsman, and now there are 2 wrestling matches, and breakfast spread out all over the ground.
Nicholas walks amongst my brothers, stepping around the rough housing with a merry expression. For me, his smile is out of place, even though I realize my unease is equally unreasonable. The men are playing, laughing, and cracking jokes. Nicholas is simply reacting to the spirit of the moment. But it's clear being back here is taking an emotional toll on me. I want to give voice to something that will wipe the grin off Nicholas's idiotic face. "These are just 4 of the men I serve with," I say. His eyebrows raise as though he's expecting my explanation. They're one of 3 fire teams making up my rifle squad. I count out the rolls with my fingers. It's ready, team, fire, assist. You've got your team leader, in this case, Paige. Then there's a designated automatic rifleman. With this team, it's Chewie. He uses the saw and the M2 Browning on the top of the Humvee. He's also second in charge. The assistant automatic rifleman oversees ammunition. That's Miletic. And you have Antelic, who's the rifleman and scout.
Nicholas gives me a glassy stare, nodding as if he's only half listening. If I get him moving, maybe that'll wake him up. I march him over to where the rest of the rifle squad is eating their chow. That was Ninja 2. Corporal Matrakos leads Ninja 1, which is made up of PFC's Benjamin, Kyle, and Tran. Ninja 3 is Corporal Stankiewicz, and PFC's Rogers, Gentile, and Cox are under him. Together we make up Alpha Company, which is under First Lieutenant Tack.
As if on cue, a tall, muscular man with round spectacles approaches. When he gets close enough to be heard, he speaks in a calm, quiet tone, asking for a lead meeting. While a runner moves to gather Paige, Matrakos, and Stankiewicz, First Lieutenant Tack takes a moment to check up on his men, asking about their common interests and families back in the States. When things get difficult, he's the rock, I say. His men, all of us, have the utmost respect for him, because his one rule is that he'll never lie to us. If an order makes no sense, he'll tell us. He never gives an order and then just stays in his vehicle. He leads from the thick of things with a confident gait and a cigar chomped between his teeth. While we might complain, we'd follow First Lieutenant Tack into the gaping maw of Armageddon. "All right, listen up," Tack says. "The battalion is pulling up stakes, so I need you mobile by 2000. We've got ourselves a mission."